what the length of our scene is. So to import your audio, go to File, Import, Sound. And we're going to browse for where the audio file is located. So in this case, it is in the downloads folder, and we're going to select that. So the name of the file is what you, and we're going to click Open. The taking time is going to take. All right, so we have the audio imported into our software. And as you can see, it was successfully imported because we can see the sound waves along our timeline. We also see that the sound layer has its own layer right here that is called what you. All right. So the audio actually extends further along our timeline. So we're going to go to the end here, and we're going to drag out some more, and we're going to expose the audio track along the timeline. I'm going to move over. I'm going to extend the exposure. We know that it goes up to 249. So I'm going to just continue to drag over to the right until I expose. All right. So here we go. We have it actually exposed up to here. It actually goes some more. Hold on. All right. So it actually goes up to frame. We're at frame 268. So we know that that is going to be the length of our scene. We know that that is going to be the length of our scene because that is the length of the audio track. So we have a lot of frames to work on for our animation. Now, if you look at the top up here, you have your audio button. This is your sound button. And over here, this is what you call your scrubbing button. Now, right now, I have the scrubbing button enabled. And when I click and drag over the timeline, you realize what is happening? When I drag the playhead over the audio track, it allows for me to scrub over the sound. This is very important because we'll need to scrub through the audio in order to break down the syllables to know what mouth shape we should be substituting for our lip sync. So that was just me scrubbing the playhead. So that's me scrubbing the playhead over the timeline. Now, let us say that you're working on the animation of the character and you don't want to hear the scrubbing. You simply click on the sound button with the S, and that turns off the scrubbing sound. And now when we scrub through the audio, we're no longer hearing the scrubbing sound, and we can freely work out the timing for our animation. Now, whenever you press the play button,
barging in here, trying to figure out if we're up to something.
You realize that the audio is being played within Toon Boom Harmony. That is because the sound button is on. So to turn the sound button off, if you let us say you want to hear the audio, just turn the sound button off and you won't be able to hear the audio in Toon Boom. So you have your sound button and your scrubbing button. Now, we know that our scene is 268 frames in length, but our character is only being displayed for 1 frame. We therefore need to extend the exposure of our timeline across so we're going to extend our exposure. So we're going to go to the very end of the timeline. We're going to go to the Dino Boy layer and click at the very end here, and we're going to press function 5 or F5 on our keyboard. and that will extend the exposure of our character for the duration of our scene. So the character is exposed for those 268 frames. Now, eventually, we're going to use a background. We're going to put a background for our scene, but for the purposes of this lesson, I'm going to use a color card. So I'm going to add a color card because right now, the background is very gray and it doesn't have any background there, so I'm going to add a color card to our scene so that we have better contrast.
Excuse me, sir, for a bit.
Go ahead.
In Toon Boom, like, how do you edit the soundtrack to, like, you want to speed it up? I forgot about most of that.
All right.
Usually I would do it in a video editor, but I just want to know the easiest way, just in the animating program.
All right. So in Toon Boom, it doesn't give you the option of editing your soundtrack. If you want to, the only thing you can do is you can move around the sound waves. So for example, if I highlight this sound wave here, I can move it further down. So
How do you activate the sound waves to be displayed?
All right. Well, it should be displayed by default. Whenever you import the audio into your software, it should be displayed.
Yes, yesterday I was doing a little animation, like just finishing up my animation, and it didn't show up. Do I have to zoom in the timeline or something?
No, like when you import the audio, do you see a flat line like this?
Yeah, just a flat line, no waves.
All right. So what that means is that you need to check it to see if QuickTime Player is installed on your computer, because that tends to happen when QuickTime Player is not installed.
But you gave me QuickTime Player. I have it. QuickTime Player. I don't know why it's not activated for some reason.
All right. So in tomorrow's class, you can bring your laptop and I'll look at it.
Okay, thanks.
Right, but that's usually the number one issue why you wouldn't be seeing any of the sound waves along your timeline. It's because usually QuickTime, but I'd have to look at your computer to see precisely what the issue is. Sometimes you will have QuickTime Player installed, but because there's like a malfunction with it, you need to kind of reinstall it. So that might be the issue, but I'll have to look at it to fix it.
Oh, okay.
All right. But to answer your question about editing audio, if I'm going to edit audio, I would edit it in an external software. The software that I like to use to edit is called Audacity. Now, Audacity is a free audio editing software which you can use to edit the pitch, the volume, the tone. You can use it to create, add sound effects, alter the...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know about that. It wasn't really in that way, like just mostly like if you want to speed up, like for example, you have the animation. For example, somebody is running and you already have the normal footsteps, but you want to...
Oh, yeah. What I would copy and paste, because you can highlight the sound waves, copy them. Let me see if I can.
Why do you even cut them? Like, for example, you want to cut a part.
Or you press Control X to cut. You use the shortcuts. Control C to copy. Because, alright, so you have Control, so if I press Control X, you see how it disappeared a while ago? That means they cut. Yeah. And if I go to like, Control V to paste. You know, paste it, but if you want, you can move it around.
Okay.
Right, so that's how you go, and you can delete them too. So that is one way in which you can edit the audio track along your layer. All right, so we have our audio track imported into our scene. Now we need to go about posing. Well, we need to frame the character appropriately.